What's good, YouTube? This is Deltaros, and today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. I'm actually responding to a comment somebody had left on my starter or on my Wind and Wave starter video. Now, I'm not trying to disparage this person or criticize this person. They have a right to their own opinion. Not trying to no shade, no ill intent or anything, but your comment gave me a video idea, and I feel that anybody that watches this video should be able to read your comment and decide for themselves whether or not I'm right or wrong. Now, after rereading your comment, I see what you're saying about the whole in 2026 TPC doesn't really care about gender this, gender that, but clearly they do and they have in the past because there are several Pokemon that are gender specific. Um, the Combi line and the Salandit line are very specific in that the only ones that can evolve into Salazzle and Vespiquen respectively are females. Why is that? Because in the species that they're based off of, which is the honeybee, and I want to say it's some kind of salamander given the typing, but it is basically you have to be female to be the queen in a beehive, and apparently the ones that run the species in whatever that lizard is the females. So there's that. But also, yes, Max, we get it. Um, Nidoking and Nidoqueen had genders before genders were even a thing because we didn't see genders for most Pokemon until Generation 2. But Nidoking and Nidoqueen had genders in Generation 1. Latios and Latias had genders because they were brother and sister. The genies have genders because they're all male because they're all big buff dudes outside of their Therian forms. But um the point is Pokemon has gone out of their way over the years to make gender specific roles. So my comment about Primarina is why didn't they just either make specifically Primarina all female like they did with Miltank or like they've done with Jinx or like they've done with a whole bunch of other Pokemon, because it is literally a mermaid. It is a seal mermaid. It has a ponytail. I think it's wearing some kind of a bonnet. It's got like seashell headband. It's pretty much designed to be the most feminine starter we have. So, yes, gender roles do matter to Pokemon, but my whole thing is that to say that TPC doesn't care about gender roles or that gender roles are irrelevant, or what is it that you said exactly? It was um oh, you called the gender percentage of starters trivial. No, that's not trivial. The reason why is because Pokemon started out being primarily played by boys. And to this day, it's still primarily played by boys. There are a lot of women and girls that play it, but video games are still primarily a male space, regardless of whether you want to believe that or not. That is just statistical fact. But if you can prove me wrong and give me actual data to prove me wrong, I'll accept that. That being said, again, no shade, no hate, no, you're entitled to your opinion. Maybe you just didn't know. Maybe you just got into Pokemon late in life, so you didn't pay attention to these things. But also, I would like to say, male Salandit and male Combi need evolutions. They need a reason to use them, because getting a male Salandit shiny or a male Combee shiny after you have basically hunted for hours and hours and hours is like it is utter defeat. It is the epitome of defeat. And I honestly have a really cool idea for a Combee evolution. You could call it Vespadrone or Vespagard, something like that. And basically flip the Combee 90 degrees so that it's flat when it flies, like an actual drone, and either make it bug flying, bug steel, give it 500 BST, because even though it is not the queen, it should be stronger than the queen so it can protect the queen. Um, Basically, um, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, I just wanted to respond to that one comment because I thought it was an interesting video idea to talk about the gender differences in Pokemon. And there are lots of gender differences in Pokemon amongst the species. Female Venusaur has a larger bulb than male Venusaur. Female Heracross has a heart-shaped horn, whereas male Heracross has a fork-shaped horn, and things like that. Male Pikachu has a regular lightning bolt tail, whereas female Pikachu has a heart shape at the end of its tail. Um, Tauros is the male counterpart to Miltank. There are no female Tauros and there are no male Miltank. So, without one, you basically wouldn't have the species. Jinx is all female. And if they didn't care about that at this point, why are these things still the case? Why aren't there female Tauros? Why aren't there male Jinx? Why aren't there male Miltank? It's because they do care. They just decided to make a mermaid for some reason, and maybe they didn't really consider the implications of, Primarina, but I did. I busted my butt to get a female shiny. Trust me, it was not easy. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to respond to that comment. Again, don't disrespect this person in the comments. They have a right to their opinion, and I respect their opinion. In fact, I'm glad that they made the comment because it gave me the idea for this video. Um, yeah, thank you guys for 53 subs. Thank you guys for all the likes and the shares and the comments. Um, Comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications for my videos. It's getting harder for me to advertise now because I can't use Reddit as freely anymore. And this has been Deltaros. Remember, don't be me, be better.